this is the jig where we build the rafter and the ceiling joist. The ceiling joist is the flat part of the ceiling that we're going to put the sheetrock to. And the bottom part is the rafter. And it has to hinge, but by doing it on a jig, they're each cut the same. And then we put a bolt in the other end where the hinge is, because we're going down the highway. We have to be a roof flat down. And then when we get to the job site, the crane will lift the roof up, and it'll become, from being a flat-looking roof, it'll become a 7/12 pitch or even a 12/12 pitch. Right. And this is how we transport this stuff already ready to go. This will be hoisted up on the crane. This will go up to our mezzanine to the top section where we're going to build a roofing system. What we're doing is we're taking the drywall that's going to be on the ceiling. We're putting the finished side down. We're going to build this upside down, okay? And then when we set it on top of the house, everything's going to be in place like it's supposed to be. Now, when I used to stick build houses and we had to follow up and hang all the sheetrock once the house was stick built, we had trouble getting nice smooth ceilings because we had a thing called butt joints. In other words, they ran, when they came in, they ran the sheetrock this way. And because of that, I had joints that were not factory joints. And when I wanted that to be a finished, smooth roof, smooth ceiling, then I had to have a lot of finish work done to make that look good. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to build this upside down. These things are going, it can go as wide as 16 feet this way. And all of our seams will be factory seams and all going in that direction, no butt joints. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to put the rafters and the ceiling joists in place. Now, Lou, we've had some earlier conversation today about what the weather is here in the big city of Wiley'sburg, Virginia. And we noticed that it's raining outside. It's been snowing and sleeting for the last couple of days. But guess what? This roof is not going to get wet. And we know some projects we've talked about along the way. They still don't have the roof on the house, and it's been open since November, trying to get it all dried in. This is the beauty of building your house inside of our house.
Okay, so Chip, what's to prevent a crew out in the field from doing this same job right now? Making the rafters like they are, just making them. What would prevent them?
Well, a couple of things that come to mind is we have this on a very permanent table that's perfectly square, perfectly level. And you have to have something like that to lay out all the sheetrock upside down, or you'll rip all that sheetrock. And then for him to come out with a hot glue gun that's going to spray foam from this side to that side on each side of that board, it's not going to happen probably. And then everything has to be pre-cut. That's all done here in the house. It has to be pre-cut probably in a workshop and carried to the job. You're tripping over roots and debris on the job site. You know, one of the beauties of what we do here is we can recycle everything that we have for scraps. In other words, we recycle all the scrap lumber down to about 2 or 3 inches. And then when we have the 2 or 3 inches, we let that add up, and that's our heat for the winter. And then we bale cardboard every day, and we bale plastic every day. And it's all recycled.
As to where normally at a job site, it just goes in a dumpster.
It goes in a dumpster, it gets buried in the ground. Who knows what happens to it, but it's not, blows down the street, you know, makes the neighbors mad, whatever happens to it.
Your new neighbors.
That's right. Whatever happens to it. And, you know, nobody's paying attention. They just want to get their work done, you know, and get their contract. Here's a good cross section of a ceiling joist with the glue on each side of the ceiling joist that's holding all that sheetrock up. There's no nails, no screws in that sheetrock. And if you would have tried to take a hammer and beat all that apart, you'd have wished you'd have had some nails and some screws instead of that glue, because this stuff won't break apart.
It's coming out.
It's not doing it. You can see some of the electrical that's in place, then the insulation will come in, and then this is a flat roof with a roll rubber roofing top on it. Actually also be used as a roof and a deck. And this is a villa that's going to be transported down to Lake Pontchartrain in New Orleans, Louisiana.